Hi everyone, and welcome to another bookmas video. It's going to be a fun one because this is a collab with Sky from Sky's Library, and we are going to be swapping our 5-star reads and our DNFs. Sky has given me a DNF and a 5-star read of hers to read, and then obviously I've given mine to Sky, so make sure to check out Sky's video. I will leave the link in the description below. But I am excited for this one because I always find it interesting to see how different people's tastes are, so I'm very intrigued to see if I will enjoy Sky's DNF and 5-star read. It's going to be really interesting. So what I'm going to start off with first is the DNF, which is Emily Wilde's, and this one has been on my TBR for a while. I have been really wanting to read it. It seems like a quick, cozy, fancy read. I don't know too much about it. So apparently this follows Dr. Emily Wilde, who is socially inept Cambridge professor and a leading authority on fairies, who travel to the remote Scandinavian island of Harafiskiv, sorry if I said that wrong, to complete her encyclopedia. She is aided and hindered by the charismatic, mysterious and effortlessly charming academic rival Professor Wendell Bumblebee. Oh, okay, so this seems really interesting because it's about like two professors, kind of like rivals, so like enemies to lovers vibe. I do feel like I'm going to enjoy this. It's interesting, so I'm going to go and start this, and I'll give you all an update once I have one. I'm not far into it currently, but I would say I'm finding it very hard to not understand so much, but the writing style is really taking a lot to get used to. I don't know what it is, but like I said, I don't want to say confusing because I know what's happening within the story. It's just, I feel like, I don't know, it's just getting a bit of used to it. Hopefully it will get better throughout the book and I'll start to like follow along a little bit better, but currently, I don't know, I am struggling a little bit. So I have just finished reading Emily Wilde's, and this one surprised me because I enjoyed it more than what I was expecting as someone who doesn't read as much fantasy, although this year has been really heavy on the fantasy. But also it turned out to be like a cozy fantasy, which I wasn't expecting. I don't know why I was expecting that, because now looking at the cover it kind of gives like cozy fantasy vibes. At the time I just wasn't expecting it. But this was a really cute and wholesome cozy read. I would highly recommend it for the fall winter time of year and like for the cozy vibes, because this book fits that vibe really well. But like I said, I did expect to enjoy it as much as I did because I found myself like smiling at the book sometimes, and like the banter between the characters that was really fun. And I also loved like the folklore vibe and the frozen town. And like I said, I did find the writing style really hard to like get into at first. I don't know what it was, but that did improve as I got further into the book. Honestly, I don't really have much to say about this, just that it's a cozy, fun vibe, honestly. I am going to rate it 3.5 stars, I think. I feel like it was, like I said, because I don't really have like much to say about it, but I did really enjoy it. 3.5 is a perfect rating for this, but I would, like I said, I would recommend it if you are looking for a cozy read during the fall or winter. And I like that it wasn't really like heavy on the fantasy. It was more, like I said, cozy vibes. Also with this book, it doesn't focus on the romance as much as you would expect, so just go into that knowing, because if you go into it thinking it's going to be full of the romance, you'll be very disappointed. I'm going to assume the second book will be focused on the romance more, but the first book really isn't focused on the romance. Like if you're looking for like a slow burn, then this will be great for you, but if you're going into it expecting a romance book, you will be disappointed, so just maybe don't go into it with that expectation. So the next book I'm going to read is going to be Sky's 5-star book, and that is That Sick Love. This one has also been on my TBR for a while. I knew that this was like a dark romance. I'm I love dark romance. I am a dark romance reader, but I don't know much about this one. So apparently this follows a fornication is a sin. As it reads, we should flee from sexual immortality. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but the sexuality immortal person's sin against his own body. They teach us that these thoughts, these actions are immoral. But that dark side that lives inside or true nature of a man drives us to seek the need that burns within, demanding to be set free. Deep inside of our bones lies that insect need, one desperate to escape, an innate behaviour seemingly out of our control, one that screams for sins they tell us about condemning. Arrow is the throat from which I scream. The dark parts of myself I want hidden from this world are all he sees when he gazes at me beneath yet another mask. He's a demon drowning in my own underlying desires. He may never stop. Not until I come to my truths, I die beneath the weight of his unrelenting gas. Because according to him, the life I've been living is a hell far worse than death. Okay, so this is a lot darker than what I was thinking it was going to be, but I am excited to give it a go. So I will give you all an update once I have one. I feel like I'm not far into this book and already I do not like Arrow at all, which is a shocking twist for me, because I honestly thought that I was going to like Arrow. I've heard a lot of people compare Arrow to Zaid from Haunting Adeline. I don't know why, but I went into this thinking that I'd like him, and currently I don't. A few reasons for why, but I will save it because I have a feeling this man's going to irritate me even more. So I don't know. And also I'm not really big on our female main character currently, because I feel like she has no personality at all. Like there's nothing to her except for, I don't know, like she's always like backwards and forwards about like decisions and things. It's just so far I'm not enjoying it, which like I said is shocking to me, because I honestly thought I was going to really enjoy it. There hasn't really been a dark romance that hasn't been for me currently so far, so this is a shocking turn. But anyway, I'm going to continue reading and I'll see how I get on with it. I honestly cannot deal with this man. Like, I don't think I can read any more. No, I'm going to finish it because I have made a big massive dent into it. I would say it's definitely a quick read. Like, I feel like I am flying through it, but I don't know if that's because I'm determined to finish it, because I'm afraid that if I don't finish it in one sitting, I'm not going to pick it back up. It's like one of those books, because I am really not liking these characters, which, like I said in the last clip, I think it was, is shocking to me, because I honestly thought I was going to really enjoy this. I'm also really not liking the religious aspect to this book either. I'm not too sure what it is. I think it's because with our female main character, she is going, like, she was going backwards and forwards about it, but now it's like she doesn't feel remorse for going against what she's been brought up to believe, and she was like so against going against originally at the beginning of the book, obviously, but you could tell she doesn't really care or feel anything towards it. And it's like I would have liked that bit of emotion of like maybe her having a period of time where it's a bit of like guilt, but I feel like we haven't got that. I don't know if I'm making sense with that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try and finish this and then I'll give you all an update. So I finished it. I'm actually really shocked about how much I did not like this book. I really thought I was going to go into it with it being a 5-star as well. Maybe not a 5-star, at least a 4-star. I am thinking of rating it 2 stars, but I don't know if I'm just being kind. I'm not, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking 2 stars. I have to set my thoughts for a bit, but wow, what a turn of events. So I have wrote my thoughts down before filming this clip so that I can just not forget anything and talk you through my thoughts. So first off, let's start with Arrow. I did not like him at all. I just felt like he was terrible from the beginning. He was constantly forcing himself on to our female main character, Brioni, I think that's how you say her name. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. That's why I've been saying female main character. But yeah, constantly forcing himself on her, which I didn't like. I don't know why it put me off so much in this book compared to like in Haunted Adeline. It happens there, but I don't know, it felt different. As well as obviously assaulting her, stalking her, and he was always constantly like putting her down, insulting her whenever he got the chance. And I'm sorry, but if a man is insulting a woman, calling her bad names, always constantly putting her down, no thank you. Like, I don't like to read about that. I also didn't like that throughout most of the book he had a lot of secrets that he was keeping from her. There was like not one moment where he felt like he had to tell her because, you know, he was falling for her or started to have feelings and he's like, I need to get this off my chest type thing. Not a single time. But yeah, what made me really annoyed is throughout the book when I said that he's constantly like insulting her, putting her down. Like, he really liked to call her a weak bitch or pathetic. And it's like, I couldn't. Every single time he said it. It's not like it was like once or twice. It was constantly. And I know this is dark romance. That's the thing. I'm a dark romance reader, but I don't know why it bothered me so much in this book. I think it's because I just didn't like him from the beginning. So there's no redemption. Anything he was doing or saying just irked me. And people, you know, I heard people comparing him to Zaid Meadows a lot from Haunted Adeline, and I don't know, there's just there's a difference, because yes, Zaid pretty much was like Arrow in the beginning. Then eventually you could tell that Zaid loved the female main character. Like, he would do anything for her. He literally like worshipped the ground she walked on type thing. You got to that point. Arrow, no. Never. There was never a point in that. There was never like a redemption type thing. And then for our female main character, Bryony, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, I just felt like she had no personality at all. There was like nothing to her. I also felt like she was so blind to like what was in front of her. Like, she was always so like easily manipulated by Era constantly, and it's like, when is there a time where she's going to like stick up for herself, or like where she becomes like the badass, powerful, strong female main character? There was like none of that. So yeah, I'll definitely say my big problem with this was the characters. So yeah, I think 2 stars is a nice comfortable place for that. I am going to stop talking about the book because I could ramble about it all day. Personally, it wasn't for me, but really enjoyed the first one. I enjoyed Emily Wilde. That was 3.5 stars. This I'm going to rate 2 stars. I find it really interesting how it's kind of the opposite. So for Sky, Emily Wilde's was a DNF and this was a 5-star, but for me, That Sick Love I really didn't like, and Emily Wilde was like an okay read for me. So that is the end of today's video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and go and check out Sky's video. Again, I've left the link in the description below. Thank you all again, and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye.